Master Judith, it's been a little over a year, or more than a year, since we last had you live here in the Monster Studio. But I always ask my guests first thing, what have you been up to besides your work? Are you watching anything cool, or are you learning any new skills?
I've been doing some continuing education.
Hmm.
So the whole 8 months I've been, aside from exercising and um, studying, of course, studying is the main one.
Hmm.
I think that's how I used my time, just
Okay.
studying and teaching and
Honing
consultations,
honing your skills. Would you say you were honing your
honing my
skills?
skills. Yeah.
Okay. So 2020, that was I mean, it was a crazy year. What are your thoughts on 2020 in general? How did you deal with the pandemic? It must have affected your work, but also everything in your life, your family, your friends, the way you go out. How was 2020 for you as a whole? What did you do to deal with it?
Well, 2020 was pretty hard for everyone.
Hmm.
But the way we see it, like me and my children, we just, use the time to
Hmm.
bond with each other and learn new skill set. Yeah, learning you know, um, new education, maybe cooking,
Cooking.
dancing, dancing. Um, but gardening also. Yeah. It didn't really. I don't know. Maybe just the going out. Uh, the physical, you know, the aspect, that's physical aspect
Mhm.
we're in. We are really into, we're very social beings. So I think that's the only one. But because of the social media, everything was virtual. Um, my 2020 was actually, I can say it was, you know, okay.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
and that's actually something you can take some comfort in saying that, because unfortunately for a lot of people, 2020 was probably the worst year of their life so far. So for it to be okay, I think it's actually a win for 2020. I'd say.
Yeah, I grew my hair.
So, Master Judith, a question that a lot of listeners have for our guests here is, in case if it's their first time seeing you on our Facebook Live or facebook.com/RX931, or if it's their first time hearing you on air, can you tell our listeners a little bit about what you practice and your expertise and what it's all about?
Okay, so I am a path destiny and feng shui consultant. So I've been doing this for over 10 years. I am based in Cebu, Philippines. So basically, I read destiny charts based on birth date and birth time. And okay, that's one. And then I also do feng shui. So I do feng shui consultations of homes and offices. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. So Patsu, it's actually spelled Bazi, but it's
Yeah,
pronounced Patsu, correct? What
that's
is what is the difference when you hear Patsu, you hear Feng Shui? Like, what are the is there a key difference that differentiates the two, just for people who might not know?
okay. So as per Chinese metaphysics perspective, so there are three factors of human success or failure, or they call it the cosmic trinity. So the heaven lock, the earth lock, and the man lock. So when I say lock, that's LUCK, or
Oh, you
lock.
see.
So
Okay.
first, the heaven lock is our destiny. Now we have a tool, a destiny reading tool called Path, which is using your birth date and birth time. Now, when we use this Path destiny charts, so this is where we can see everything about you, why you are the way you are, your weaknesses and your strengths. Like it can also, we can also read like your what illnesses or sickness that you're prone to, the kind of relationship that you are having or you will have in the future, your career, your business luck. So everything about you. So that's
Okay.
your destiny. That's your heaven luck. Now the
Right.
second one is your earth luck. Now this is your feng shui. This is, feng shui is the study of the energy in a given space or environment.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's a lot of wrong information and misconception about feng shui. So, I'm here to just say that it's all about energy. It has nothing to do with colors, numbers, um, house numbers, what else? Trinkets, bracelets, gemstones. Those have, perhaps other energy, but they
Mm-hmm.
are not feng shui.
Not feng
And
shui.
then the third luck is your human luck. This is your thought process, your decisions, your actions, the people that you're with, your education. This is something that you have control. I mean, feng shui also you have control because you can choose a place with positive energy flow. But the heaven, of course, we do not have control over that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's basically the three factors of human success or failure.
So heaven, earth, and human luck. So it leads me to question, Master Judith, because of the horrendous 2020 for most people. Did we collectively as a human race were we all unlucky? Was that something that was in the cards or in the energy for 2020? Were you able to predict that, or because there have been a lot of there's been a lot of flack for practitioners who weren't able to predict certain things, even though they say they can predict this and that. How do you address things like that?
I think I mentioned last year when I
Mhm.
when I guested in the
On the
show.
show. Mhm.
Yeah, I think in all the shows that I visited in 2019 before the
Yes.
2020
Mhm.
arrived. So I mentioned that based on the elements of the year, that's it 2020, the young metal water. So I said that the in the five element cycle, metal underwater. If you can imagine, it's like metal underwater. It's not very stable year, you
Mhm.
know, based on the elements. So it gives you an idea already that in all aspects, okay, economy, health, in a global outlook, it is not actually going to look that good.
Okay.
Um, but before we can really say if the year is good luck or bad luck for you, we
Mhm.
still go back to your personal Patsy chart. Because
Mhm.
yes, you're correct that not although well, generally it is a difficult year, but some of us actually thrive, in 2020
Yeah, there
more
have
than
been
anything.
certain people with
Yeah.
success stories from 2020.
Yes, because if it's a metal and water elements in 2020, if based in your destiny chart, metal and water are favorable to you, and plus your feng shui, your energy flow in your environment and in your home is also positive,
Mhm.
perhaps you really made, really, really good money in 2020.
Right. Makes a lot of sense. Speaking of all these, the metal, and you said it's all based on personal or individual, an individual. So later on this evening, we will open up our phone line. So the number is scrolling. If you're on Facebook, facebook.com/RX931 86319393. Not yet. We'll give you the cue to call. We're still gonna find out more about what Master Judith has to say. But remember that we will be opening up those phone lines, and we're gonna be asking, what do they need to present to you, Master Judith?
So they will just give us their birth date, birth
Hmm.
time, gender, and maybe their nickname.
Their nickname? Okay, if they want to remain anonymous, correct?
Yes.
All right. So, Master Judith, since in 2019, when you were giving your predictions for 2020, you were able to kind of feel a little bit of what was going to happen. So, for this is the predictions 2021 series here on Heard on Thursdays. So it begs the question, Master Judith, what do you see for this upcoming year, 2021? Is it going to be better?
Um, well, let's start with the elements first.
Let's
Okay.
let's
So
do it.
because there's heaven and earth again. So 2021 is the year of the yin metal, yin earth ox. Okay. So in the five element cycle, the earth below the metal is actually a resource to the metal. So there we can say that there is support below the metal. Okay, so there it's, you can really say that this combination of elements represent a more harmonious relationship. Unlike in 2020, it was metal below water.
Mhm.
Now it's metal below earth. So you can say that the metal above is supported by the earth. So yeah, you can say that therefore you might expect the 2021 to be more, peaceful compared to 2020. However, when we do our forecast, this is not our only, basis when we do our forecast, because there are other elements at play below the yin earth ox. So this is a bit technical, but there's still other elements below the yin earth ox. So
I
let's say,
see.
for example, because this is where I need to say again that we should not be complacent.
Hmm.
You know, we still have to continue to be vigilant and cautious with our decisions related to our finances, our health, and relationships. Okay, so still, because since there's still metal, which is represents lungs, nose, and our breathing organ. And
Hmm.
remember, COVID is
Yes,
all about breathing organs.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's all about that. So it gives us, I I should say that we should not be, other people are very excited to go out to do shopping, to meet with their families and all. I know.
Yes.
But then again, okay, this is a bit technical. Below the yin earth ox is metal, earth, and water. Okay, there's element there. The virus is represented by earth.
Earth. Okay.
Yes, and the transmission is represented by water. So by that alone, you
The
can
virus
really
is above the is
still
above the water, correct?
mean to say it's still there. You may not
Still.
see it
Hmm.
because it's metal, but the earth and the water, which talks about the virus and the transmission, is still there. It's still around.
Still around.
Although it's
Mm.
weakening process, but it's still there. So mean to say, this is where you need to be more, just I said a while ago, still be vigilant and cautious, and still be very wise
Adam.
with your money.
Yes. So, Master Judith, just in case it is quite technical, but just to reiterate, in 2019 it was the opposite. The metal was under the water, correct?
2020, 2020, yes,
2020 rather. Yes. In 2019, you made a prediction for 2020 that the
yes,
metal under the water. So this
yes,
year, 2021, you predict that the metal is above the water, and the
yeah.
metal once again represents the what is the virus, correct?
Okay, wait. It's the 2021 is yin metal
Yeah.
under the yin earth ox.
Okay. Metal under the.
Okay. Okay, so when you see it, okay, wow, it's,
Mm,
you can really say that this should be a better year than 2020, because you
mm,
can see that there is actually a support based on the elements of the year.
mhm.
Now, but under the yin earth ox, we still have the metal, a little bit of the metal, and we still have the water and the
Water.
earth. And then the earth represents the virus, and the water represents transmission. So maybe
Transmit.
transmission, that's why in
Mhm.
2020 it traveled so fast and all, and we know that metal represents the breathing organ. Yeah, so actually I have here some notes about it.
I'm
So
sure
the
you must
pandemic
have
the pandemic is actually still going to be around in 2021, but yeah, it's already weakening.
weakening, and as long as we remain vigilant and adamant about safety precautions, we're gonna defeat this eventually.
Yeah.
Master Judith, in February, just a little over a month from now, Chinese New Year. It's a big thing. So let's talk a little bit about Chinese New Year. First and foremost, what
Sure.
it's pretty close to Valentine's Day. First, that's pretty important. Is that important? The closeness to Valentine's Day? Not really. I just wanted to ask out of curiosity. This irrelevant, right? Okay.
Relevant. Yes.
But what else can we expect for Chinese New Year this year? You posted on your Facebook a lot of feng shui misconceptions, and you talked a
Yes.
little bit about it earlier. But I would like to know if you'd like to elaborate, because there are a lot of people listening and also people on Facebook Live right now who do celebrate Chinese New Year. So, what are the misconceptions that you've been posting about, and why is it important to know about these misconceptions?
Yes. So, um, because feng shui has been like maybe passed on. I mean, the information that they have about feng shui from their forefathers, or from they hear over the radio, or read over the internet. Like the food that you will prepare for
Mm-hmm.
for the Chinese New
I
Year.
think. Mm-hmm.
It's not feng shui. Okay, like you need to prepare something sweet, something like a chicken, or this food that you need to prepare. It's just really for you guys to eat together. Okay, nothing that you will prepare in during the Chinese New Year will change your luck. Okay,
I.
related to food. Now, also they say that if you wear like the polka dots clothes,
Mm-hmm.
the dotted, the circle thingy,
Mm-hmm.
so it won't also affect your luck. Or the color red, or the fruits that you need to buy. Let's say you need to buy 12 fruits, like a
Around
circular
food.
fruits. Okay, so those are just symbols. Those are just representation and all. Call it anything you want, but it's not feng shui.
Would you say that there's an element of, just like Christmas when there's gifts, etc.? Would you say there's an element of consumerism when it comes to Chinese New Year? Do you think people use it as an opportunity to make money? For example, like, this is a good time to sell fruit or polka dotted clothes.
Yeah, I think some people, of course, they're into that business,
Hmm.
and they are capitalizing on this feng shui, that because we all want to be in good luck. We
Yes, we
all
do.
want to improve our our lives, whatever level you are in. But
Mhm.
then again, you need to understand that even if you buy all the fruits in the world,
Yeah,
prepare all the food in the world, but this will never ever going to affect your luck in
you're
2025. But knowing your destiny,
hmm
knowing what's in store for you, and making the right decisions, or plus, fixing your house, making sure that you have a good energy flow. And let's say, for example, you want to buy a new house, you want to you want to choose the right condo unit, or you want to build a new house. It's very very important that you start your the planning with getting a reputable feng shui master.
Right. So that's the. I'm sure that's the question that people are now thinking. People who've just heard you, like, oh, every year I put out these fruit. Every year I wear this, and no wonder my luck hasn't changed. Now that I hear Master Judith talking about it, but you keep saying, you keep talking about energy, and you keep talking about knowing one's destiny, and that's where you come in, right, Master Judith? That's where masters like you come in. So what exactly does that involve? How deep of a process? Because you did mention, if they give you your, the gender, birth date, birth time, you can do a little bit of a reading. But I'm sure it goes more in depth than that. There's more layers to it. So could you maybe take us through what exactly you would do to help somebody's, or to at least to help read their fortune, their good luck?
Yeah, so when a person comes to me for a reading, I will actually first tell them that the purpose of the reading is not to scare them, or not for them to get paranoid, but for them to be aware. And because when they're aware, they got clarity, and so they will be stronger in planning and taking action. And I would also tell them what are their, maybe they know already, but sometimes they need someone to tell them their weaknesses and strengths, their talents, what they're good at, what is the blockages in their lives, why are they committing the same mistakes over and over again, and why is it that life is in a stagnant state. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when you know what is causing that, based on your destiny chart, based on paths, you can already, you can bring yourself to the next level, because the information that you will get from the paths of destiny reading is enough for you to make plans to better your life. I mean, aside from having a good feng shui energy flow also, because heaven luck is 33.3%. Earth luck or your feng shui is another 33.3%. And then taking the right action based on this, on the information you get from that, for me, it's like, um, transformational.
Mm-hmm.
Because by then, you will have clarity, you have clarity of mindset, the energy where you live will give you, the health, the money opportunities that you need to be able to take care of your relationships.
I see. So, the way that you present it, it seems like you're helping people in all aspects of their lives, which makes me wonder. Your clientele are they must be a wide range of people. I mean, who typically? I know you don't have to reveal any names, but who normally comes to you for for destiny reading? Who are your clients? What's their demographic? Are they young? Are they old? Are they wealthy? Are they maybe not as wealthy, but they want to be
Well, first, CEOs,
CEOs of
business owners,
companies?
yeah, business
Business
owners,
owners. Okay.
yes, doctors, lawyers. I also have students, though. I also have that, because I welcome everybody,
Yes.
you know, who are ready to receive the information.
Hmm.
Who
And
are
you talked about how you help them succeed in terms of business and growing. But what about? I'm sure a common question that we get here on the show whenever there's someone who wants to give a reading is about love. So is love something that's it's a highly requested topic when it comes to destiny readings? Because how predictable, I mean, quote unquote predictable, is love? Can you really foretell love in for somebody based
if
on
I
their destiny?
yeah, if I rank it, love is third.
Third, okay. What are the first two? Money, I'm
First is
sure.
money.
Okay.
Second is health.
Health, and
Because
then
if health is affected, your money is affected and your love will be affected.
very true.
Yeah. So first of all, people would ask me about their, the health issues that they will experience in 2021. And
Mm.
then if 2021 is favorable to them, related to money opportunities as well. And then for love, usually they come to me for date selection, for wedding date selection,
It's okay.
or how they want to better themselves as wives or husbands. Because there is also in an information inside your destiny chart to for you to know how you can be a better wife or a better husband. Usually couple would come to me for a reading. First I will read the wife, then I will read, and then I will read the husband, and then I will read both of them. Then I will get an information from the wife's chart on how she can be a better wife to the husband, and vice versa. And
Mm.
then I will tell them their weaknesses and their strengths, so that they can understand each other better. They won't expect too much. They will just start accepting each other, and then
Yeah.
they will realize, you know what, I didn't know that it's something that is, because sometimes they don't have communication skills, and
Yes.
sometimes also in the chart that they don't really communicate. Sometimes they just want to buy peace. They just because that's their language of love and all. So so when you know how to be a better wife, a better person, a better husband, a better CEO, a better employee. It's all the information, the answers are all inside your paths of destiny chart.
I love it, and I'm sure a lot of monsters are curious. So, what we're gonna do, Master Judith, I'm gonna keep we're gonna keep talking, but I'm gonna open up the phone lines in case somebody does want to call. I see a lot of people on Facebook who are posting their birth date and birth time. But if you would love to call, we'd love to hear from you. 8631 9393. The phone lines are now open. 8631 9393. But Master Judith, I just have to ask once again. What about online fortune things? How are I know a lot of people who every time I scroll through my Instagram, they're posting, "Oh, I'm such a Capricorn. I'm such a Leo. I'm such a year." I mean, just I'm just throwing out examples out there. Are these something, these online free reading, free horoscope, free feng shui, free potsu, if there is any, are these
Yeah.
things untrustworthy, or are there some legitimacy to them at all, or should we just completely skip all of that?
Oh, there's I'm sure they are using another system. Like mine, I'm using Patsu for destiny reading. I'm using Sanhe, Sanhe internal, Sanhe external, and
Mhm.
Emperor Land form. When I do feng shui, it's more of like the the energy of the environment and the home. So for for the reading that you read over the internet and all that, just use it like that will it's just like a guide. Okay, it's just a guide because definitely they have a system that uh, uh, system to get that forecast. Okay,
Mhm.
but it's just really very general reading. So when they come for a destiny, when they come to me for a reading, it's going to be in depth. So will it's more about their health, their finances, their relationship, about their children, about their work environment, about their external network, about their mom. It's really tailored to them. It's tailored to them. Because I have a client that, she called me a while ago and she said, I read somewhere that the dragon sign is going to go through this. I said, okay, so whatever you read over there, okay, just use it as a heads up, or just use it to better yourself or better prepare. But it's not only when I do a forecast in 2021, it's always positive and negative. So
Mhm.
later on, if we still have time, because I read or I do my forecast based on their day master. Okay, the day master. I
The day,
don't do
what's that
forecast.
term? Day master?
Yes, like because Patsu is based on the day that you are born, not the year that you're born. So the one that you read in the internet or you hear over the radio, those are based on the year that you're born. Let's say like me, I'm born in the year of the rooster. So they were just gonna give you a general reading based on the luck of the rooster.
Mhm.
But when remember your birth details is the year that you're born, the month that you're born, the day that you're born, and the hour. So
The
imagine
hour.
if
That's
they will
specific.
only read your destiny based on the year
Mhm.
and forgot the rest of the three, and
Yeah.
then they will only mention the positive, the negative, not the negative, and then they stop there. Unlike if you give them a reading as a negative, teach them how to manage that. Or if it's positive reading, teach them how to maximize. That's why in my show, the Judith Eugenio Feng Shui show every Tuesday, when I read, like last Tuesday, I gave the January 2021 Destiny reading of the month based on their day master. Feng Shui, was it Feng Shui? Feng Shui forecast. So when
Mhm.
you give them the positive or negative, because when it's positive, they can maximize. When it's a negative reading, they can manage. So you should, for me, I personally, when I do my forecast, when I give them it, it's positive. I also support it on how they can maximize. When I give them the negative, I also support that on how they can manage if it's
Mhm.
negative and maximize if it's positive.
I see. So, Master Judith, the online now, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people who have heard you, they're like, "Oh man, I got to go talk to Master Judith." But first of all, you're in Cebu. But how do you do it now during the pandemic? Because before, I know when you visited us on the show in 2019, you even came to Manila because you had work here. You had clients that you were gonna visit here. But now in this COVID-19 world where we can't really go out, social distancing. How are you? How are you doing things now? What's your current operation, your setup like?
Oh yeah, I can read parts over Zoom or Skype
Hmm.
or StreamYard. So the same, just like this.
Okay, so it's just a face to face kind of thing.
Yes, yes.
All right. We're working on getting the phone lines up 8631 9393. If you want to call once again, Master Judith, they need to give their gender, birth date, birth time, and birth year. Correct?
Just yeah, an hour.
An hour. Okay. We're coordinating right now because the our little online setup here. We were having a little technical difficulties getting the phones running,
No,
but if they give it to you on, I see a lot of people on Facebook who are presenting. Are you still able to? We have one of our DJs, Marky Strom, who really he loves these kind of things, and
oh,
he gave us his. You have to do it over the phone. Is that correct?
what right now?
I mean, we have Facebook comment from our one of my co DJs here on the Monster because while
Yeah.
we're getting the phone lines fixed, are you still able to take it if he gave us the
The
information?
birth
Okay,
date. Give me the birth
birthday.
date. Time.
All right, so we have it here, March 21, 1987.
March
Uh,
21, 1987. Hold on. Let me just okay,
oh yeah,
March 21, 1987,
4 p.m. and
4 p.m.
gender is male.
Mail. Okay, so we're just plotting it. March 21, 1987, 4 p.m.
And Master Judith, while we're on the topic, I know you're talking to someone behind the scenes. Who is that? Is that your daughter, your assistant? Who's
Yes,
next?
I'm with architect Judith Marie. So architect Judith Marie is also a junior feng shui consultant in
Oh,
our consultancy firm. Hello.
hello.
So she's all when I travel to Manila for consultation, so she's with me also in all my shows as well.
That's great. So we have so Marky. For those of you who are listening, you might know Marky from the Morning Rush, but Master Judith Marky is one of our DJs on the Morning Rush with Chico, Rika, and Hazel, and he always joins in when it comes to predictions. He loves these kind of things, so I'm sure he's listening right now, and he wants to know what is in his destiny reading based on your forecast.
Okay, so 4 p.m. right? March 21, 1987, 4 p.m. Okay, so Marky in 2021. So I'll just mention both positive and negative.
Hmm.
Okay. So and of course your luck will also depend on how good and not so good is your feng shui. Because if your if the reading is positive, the feng shui of your home and where you live will actually boost your luck further. And then it cuts both ways. So if it's not, the good luck that you will have will also diminish. Okay.
Hmm.
So for Marky, I see that in 2021 there might be a lot of, if he is not in business right now, if he's not in business, actually he might be thinking of putting up a business in 2021. Okay.
Okay.
All right. He's been thinking about this perhaps in August or September, okay, last year.
Here.
That this 2021. But yeah, there's a lot of creativity going on in his head, and this is actually his entrepreneurial star. So if I go to his destiny chart, I know that Marky is someone that is really good with taking action, in execution. He's always busy going around. He cannot stay still.
Oh,
Um,
that's very marky.
okay.
Very marky.
Okay, yeah. But his creativity needs to be strengthened. Now, in 2021, the
Hmm.
element that represents his creativity is here in 2021. So suddenly, before he moves, he makes plans first. He will plan. He will do his analytical thinking, and this is his ability to make money. Okay, so that is one thing. Now, in the second half of the year, I see money. I see money. So in the second half of the year, like 6 months after second half of the year, there's there's this money related to collaboration and partnership. So
Okay.
whatever it is that you're thinking in 2021, in the first half of the year, so perhaps you know in that 6 months you will finally take action on your intensive planning. So in the last 6 months would be more of money star. So
Mhm.
when I say money star, your money is actually from collaboration, partnership, um, networking. This is more of like you come with me, and then let's plan, let's make money.
Nice. I hope Marky gets me as one of those people. You. I hope he points at me. So thank you
Yeah,
for that, Matthew. And I'm sure Marky's going to be very appreciative. I'm sure he's listening right now. While we're trying to work to get the phone lines up, there are people on Facebook Live who are loving what you're saying and who are very interested. Paui, who's been listening since the start of the show here on Facebook Live, gave theirs as well. So I'm guessing correct, Paui. November. Can I give you another one, Master Judith? If
sure,
that's
sure.
fine.
We're writing it.
November November 23, 1984, 11 a.m. And I think it's male. I can't see from the photo, but I'm guessing based off of the name, it's male. Correct me if
Okay.
I'm wrong, Bobby, but I'm pretty sure it's male. Male, November 23, 1984 at 11 a.m. And while you're plotting that, Master Judith, where else can they find you online, social media? I'm sure that's a lot of people follow you there as well. Where can they find you while you're plotting that?
Well, if they just gonna key in at Judith Eugenio Global, they will find me already. But I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, Google My Business, Twitter. I also have a podcast called Start with Clarity. So it's
Start
on
with
Spotify and Anchor.fm. And then every Tuesday, I give a free reading over our Facebook page, Judith Eugenio Global. Like this Tuesday, I'm going to give the January 2021 Destiny reading based on their Day Master.
All right. And Master Judith, Marky is actually, he's still watching and he's commenting on our Facebook since he can't call in right now. But he says, yes, business. Yes, creative. Yes, he's addicted to business. Yes, he has ADHD. And he says, you are so accurate. And he's excited for his business opportunities with his partner.
Good.
So there we go. So
Okay.
let's see what we have for Powie for 2021. What's in
Okay,
his
so for Pawi, let me see here.
And once again, you can check out Master Judith, Master Judith Eugenio. It's global, right? Master Judith Eugenio
Judith
Global.
Eugenio Global. Yeah.
Okay, and that's everywhere. That's on Facebook. And once again, she's giving a free reading for January. When on Tuesday? Yes, on Tuesday.
Yes. Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, every Tuesday. So if you're online, if you're on Facebook on a Tuesday, you should go check it out. So Master Judith, what do we have for Powie?
Okay, so for Pawi, this is a really, really good news for Pawi. If I
Nice.
look at the luck cycle of this chart, it's actually already going through good luck. And then 2021 comes, and then this is another good luck that will support him. Now, if I go to his natal chart, if I go to his natal chart, the only thing that I need Pawi to do is communicate. Yeah.
Communicate.
So yeah, communicate. Yeah. So you know, whatever it is, he is doing right now, because he's already in good luck. In case, in case, in case he is um, in a state that he thinks that, everything is against him, or if he's not doing very well. But I just really want to deliver the good news to him, that he is actually in a very good luck cycle. That's one. That's really, really good. And then 2021, both of his elements, metal and earth, the elements that he needs is present. So there will be a lot of opportunity for him. Okay. Of course, technically we're still in the year 2020, because the energy will change on February 3. Yeah,
Mhm.
right? The Lichun, or the first day of spring. But yeah, 2021, he should take advantage of this one. Okay. So if I see this, I see um him, more people, like nobleman star, nobleman luck, meaning there's a lot of people who are willing to help him. He will meet reputable people. Actually, he's thinking right now of maybe new skill set, maybe learning new information or knowledge, because his ability to think is very strong right now, like very quick information, absorb new knowledge and all that. And this is all about money. This is all about accumulating money. So the way here is, he needs to strengthen his socializing star. But I see here that he actually socialize, but then again, he needs to strengthen his communication, meaning to say, even if you are really good at what you do, but if it's only around your circle that knows about that, then it could be one of the blockages. Because this is someone that's really, really very entrepreneurial. He's really good with money. He's very creative as well, and his management skills is also very, very strong. But then again, if you're not out there, then the people that knows about what you can do and what you can do for them is only you and your small circle. So you really need, 2021 is the year of branding for you. You need to expand whatever it is that you do. Okay. Because I see so much potentials. I need so much wealth potentials for you. So it's gonna be a waste if this is not gonna be maximized.
All right. I'm sure Powie's in the comments right here, so we'll wait for what Powie has to say. Thank you for that reading, Master Judith. Let's do one more. Unfortunately, Master Judith,
Sure.
our phone lines are down. Not on our end, but I think are around their area here in Ortigas. There's something going on. So unfortunately, the phone lines are not working right now. But there are a lot of people who are tweeting us, who are messaging us on Facebook. Let's get a from a female perspective this time. So can I
Sure.
give you one more, Master Judith?
No problem.
Female, January 29,
January 29.
9, 1994, and birth time is 7:38 p.m. I don't know how specific you have to be with the birth time, but that she knows her exact birth time, 7:38 p.m. And this is for Camille. This is Camille who requested this, January 29, 1994 at 7:38 p.m. And while you're plotting that, once again, to all the listeners out there, we have Master Judith Eugenio Patsu and Feng Shui Master here. And she's been doing readings from some of our people. Our very own Marky Strom of the Morning Rush got a very accurate reading, according to Marky himself, who commented after Master Judith gave his reading that it was very true, the way that she was able to kind of tell what he's like. I mean, I don't know if you know Marky personally, Master Judith, but if even if you don't, you described him almost word for word, just based off that reading. So it seems to be very accurate with the way that you're plotting it. So let's see what we
Yeah.
have for Camille here for this year.
Okay. Um, January.
Let me read it once again. For Camille, it is January 29, 1994. And
Nine.
while you're reading that, Powie, who you just gave the reading, Master Judith, said, "Communicate. This is so much my opportunity in the past few years, and he's going to make sure to address this for his new skill set this year." And yes, it's super accurate. And he says, "Thank you, Master Judith, for that reading. That's from Powie, who you just gave that reading of.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank you,
sure.
Powie. All right, here we go for Camille.
All right. Okay, so for Camille, okay, so again, the purpose of the reading is for you to make sure that you prepare for 2021. So
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a stressful year. It's gonna be a year of,
Oh, we seem to have lost Master Judith just for a few moments.
yeah.
A year. It's going to be a year of what again, Master Judith? We lost you for a
Well,
few moments.
you're breaking up. I cannot hear you.
Uh oh. Just continue the reading if possible. If you can hear me.
Sure,
Just
sure, sure.
yeah. Go ahead.
But can you
Uh,
hear me?
I can hear you fine. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so for Camille, this is going to be a year of increased stress and pressure. Okay, so knowing that you need to make sure that you are, your mindset is in place. Okay, because I'm also seeing that this opportunity will come from money opportunities. Okay, there's a wealth star inside 2021, and this is not a 9 to 5 kind of wealth. This is a wealth wherein, if you are actually, let me see. Okay, so I think you are into investments. I'm not so sure, but there's so much money already here in the chart, and and if you are into investments, if you are into, because the way your mind is wired is like, when you're sleeping, you still think about how to grow your money.
Mhm.
So in 2021, this is really really good news, because the wealth that you've been waiting for to add on to whatever wealth you already have is in 2021. Now, on the downside, you need, if you're driving, you need to be very careful when you drive, because of the stress, because of the pressure that you have in 2021, because maybe there's so much opportunities. You will be prone to accidents. Okay, you will be prone to accidents. So just make sure that when you drive, you really need to pay attention to the road. And the second one, because there's so much money opportunities that's coming for you, you need to be wary of people who will try to scheme against you. So if I say that there's money opportunities coming for you, so there's also, it cuts both ways also. So there are good investments, and there's also scheming investments. So you have to take time, okay? You have to take time to really, really do your research. I'm seeing that you do your research. Your research star is here, and that's good. I'm not scared. Okay, so when something comes to you and they would say, you know what, you have to invest in this one because it will really, really make you a lot of money. And then you think, no, this is too good to be true. Then it's maybe it should be too good to be true. So that's something that you need to be watchful about. Okay, so let the money come in, and make sure that the money is managed very well. Then money will come in and money will go out. So make sure that, you know right now, like as early as now, you make plans, you make your financial plans, and make sure that when the money comes, you would know how to invest them even further.
I see. Oh, I'm sure Camille would really appreciate that. Can you hear me clearly, Master Judith, or is it still garbled?
Yes, I hear
You can hear
you.
me. Oh, thank you very much, Master Judith. Unfortunately, the phone lines have been down. So, to the people who've been trying to get through, you can always try to reach out to Master Judith after this interview. Once again, Master Judith, we don't want to keep you too long, but we would love to hear your message to the Monster listeners. And of course, once again, tell them where they can, because there's so many people in the comments they want to know, and we don't have all the time on the show tonight. But if they want to find you, if they want to get a reading from you, how can they reach out to you? And of course, anyone you want to say hello to and Happy New Year to on air.
Just, happy new year to everyone, and know that actually that you have to use the three factors to your advantage. Know your destiny chart, choose a place with good energy flow, and take the right action. Okay, and then if you wanna come for reading online, I might be in Manila in the next in the next week or in the next 2 weeks. So, if you want to meet me in Manila, my number is 0916 2626 216, or send us an email at info@juditheugenioglobal.com.
And all that information can be found on your social media as well, correct? All
Yes,
the contact information in case they missed it.
yes, sure.
All
Yes.
right. And so, Master Judith, we'd like to wish you once again a happy New Year, advance
Thank
happy
you.
Chinese New Year. Thank you, and we hope to have you once everything clears up. Hope to have you here in the Monster booth once again. We always
Anytime.
love having you. And to everyone who's watching on Facebook, they just want to say to you, Master Judith, they super love the readings, and thank you for very much for giving them. And from Camille, actually, Master Judith, one more from Camille, who you just gave the reading, says, "OMG." Thanks for that. Good thing I don't drive.
Okay, okay,
and
good.
that yes, she's very good at research because she's doing her research for her master's class now. So if that isn't an accurate reading, I don't know what is. Master Judith, we look forward to having you once again in the
Thank
near
you for
future.
having me.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. And hopefully everyone's energy lifts up this year. Join us again next week for more hot conversations here on Heard on Thursdays. Once again, my name is JC Teves. Have a wonderful evening and make sure you always keep it locked here on Manila's hottest Monster RX 93.1. Good evening, everyone.
Heard on Thursdays. The premier magazine talk